Okay, so the whole crypto market is down following the Israeli strike over Iran. Here's the thing, it went down our stock market by 400 points. So we are also seeing that our fuel per barrel is up. So we need to get stocked up on gas, and prices are getting ready to soar. Anytime there's a war, there's always inflation. Well, this is a pretty serious war because reports of Israeli airstrikes are targeting Iran, butcher-backed terrorist in Sweden, governor of southern Syria. And then right here, it was in southern Syria, and there are simultaneously reports of explosions, Iran, Baghdad, and Syria. So these are all three reports, okay, that's going on right now. And this just happened right here, breaking. Israel has launched attack on Iran on Supreme Leader Khamenei's birthday. All right, and then Biden said that if Iran hits Israel again, which we know they will, then the U.S. will have to get involved. This is not good. Everything was silent, and then now all of a sudden it's not. So hold on to your hats. We got a bumpy road. And with the Palestinian UN vote to do a two-state solution, America vetoed it. We know that that's just going to make all these countries hate us even more. That's going to be more reason for them to bomb us. But I don't think we would be here for the two-state solution. But there's a possibility. Joel 3 talks about it, and it's a very good chapter that talks about the dividing of the land of Israel. And it seems like we wouldn't be here for that. You know what I mean? Because that's obviously going to divide America. I just know how close we are for the rapture and for these events to unfold. Please pray for Israel. Pray for the innocent lives of all. And get your hearts right with Jesus. So all of this is all over. And there are people that are saying that last night it did not happen. Well, they're intentionally keeping information from the American people. It did happen. And here's more of the proof. The U.S. bombers, the B-1, all them are all over there right now. And they're waiting. They have a base over in Europe. So that's where they're sitting stagnant, waiting for them to just go out and, help Israel. And they're going to. I know they are. And then Russia is going to fire back at us. So this is an all-out war. And bad things are coming. Terrorism over the United States, an EMP, we've got the tsunami, mega earthquakes happening, all prophecy unfolding all at once. Like I said, it's coming down like dominoes. It may not happen overnight, but it's coming down. And when it does, you can't stop it. No one's going to be able to stop it. It must happen. So that's why it's very important to have your hearts right with God.
Websites right now. This is coming from one report right now from Winter Intel. So this one so far, but potentially a cyber attack on Iranian state websites. U.S. sources say this was a limited strike. Safe to say it's over for the evening. So we've had no new reports. U.S. claims its IDF attacks in Iran were limited in nature, guys.
Inside Iran have taken place, but I am told that they are, quote, limited in nature. So what we have heard so far from Iranian press is that there were 3 explosions in the Isfahan area, which, as Trey has explained, that is the location of the Natanz nuclear facility. We have no indication as of yet that the Natanz facility was the target or any of the nuclear facilities were a target tonight. You could have situations where there are air defense systems that would be targeted. What we know from past reporting on the situation in Iran and what its capabilities are is that Iran is very limited in terms of, and we saw this on Saturday night, in terms of the number of ballistic missile launchers that they have. These are mobile launchers, and they have between 100 and 200 of those launchers. Israel knows that. Israel saw what Iran was capable of when they fired those ballistic missiles on Saturday night. So what we can say at this point in time is that there are Iranian-based reports of explosions in the Isfahan area. That is significant because that is the location of the Natanz nuclear facility. I think it would be wildly speculative to suggest that Natanz itself was struck. That is a very hardened site. It's very difficult for anybody to sort of, we hear people talk about, some analysts talk about taking out Iran's nuclear facilities, but most of those facilities are underground, they're hardened. It is not something that is taken out in one strike, but the explosions that occurred, I think, Trace, if we look back to earlier in the day, I think it was significant that the Ma'ariv, which is a leading Hebrew language newspaper in Israel, reported that there had been some of the 7 ballistic missiles that did strike inside Israel. There was remnants of those missiles found at the Dimona, which is Israel's nuclear plant. That, to me, suggested that Israel might be laying the groundwork for a sort of casus belli, if you will, to symbolically strike back in what we're being told by well-placed U.S. military sources is a limited strike inside Iran. Significant because Israel has never carried out a overt military strike like this in Iran, just as Iran had not done so until Saturday night. So a Rubicon has certainly been passed. Now everybody watches and waits to see what the reaction is. Trace, one more point.
Major news. There are reports of simultaneous explosions in Iran, Iraq, and Syria right now, within the last half hour. Coming to you live from the Holy Land at 4 in the morning. That's why I'm quite, might seem tired because it's 4 in the morning. But I had to come to you guys with this news because this is major. We have to ask ourselves, is this the long promised redemption that we've been waiting for? Could this be the moment? Can this be it? This is a major development. After Iran launched an attack on Israel last week, Israel said they will respond, but they gave quite a cryptic description of when, how, or to what extent this will be. And could this be what they were talking about? Is it over yet? Is there more to it? What's going on? What's going to be? What's going to happen? This is the question everyone's asking. We are close to the Messiah's coming, and that we have a God who is running the show. And this is a piece to the puzzle, unfolding in the redemption, the times, the messianic era that's been promised to us, the biblical times that we're waiting for. We are in biblical times, my dear brothers and sisters. Are you witnessing what's going on? Iran launched an attack on Israel, a miracle. All 99% of the 300 projectiles were shot down, were intercepted. We are in extremely intense moments, and we have to do a little bit more to bring the Mashiach. What does that mean? We are in a spiritual war. We are awaiting for the coming of the Mashiach. And if you're Jewish, this means you have to bring this. You have to follow the Torah, follow all the commandments of God in the Torah. And if you're not Jewish, you have to follow the 7 laws of Noah, the laws for all of mankind.